This podcast was brought to you by Outsider. Check us out at www.outsider.com. Outsider is an outdoor lifestyle brand owned and operated by me, retired Navy SEAL Sam Mackey, and my dear friend and former NFL quarterback Jay Cutler. At Outsider, we encourage everyone to get outside and enjoy all that life has to offer. Head over to outsider.com to check out our unique patent-pending drinkware. Outsider's drinkware can be customized with your personal or business logo. Go to outsider.com, upload your logo, and we will send you visual proofs and great wholesale pricing. And don't forget, get outside and enjoy all that life has to offer. Welcome, everyone, to the next episode of the Outsider Podcast. I'm your host, Sam Mackey, with my co-host, as always, Smoking Jay Cutler.
Good riding that, huh?
I love it. All right, our next guest has quite the story. He was a college football player, NASCAR pit crew, and the runner-up of the show Survivor in Nicaragua. That was tough to say. Not only that, he has sold 2.6 million records worldwide and has 2.7 billion, that's with a B, streams. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome this handsome devil, Chase Rice.
Yeah.
How'd I do?
Really good.
Thank you.
You were on Survivor, too?
Yeah.
You've done all kinds of shit.
2010, dude. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean,
NASCAR,
worked for Jimmy, Jeff Gordon, Mark Martin, and Dale Jr.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Really? We'll get into all that because I got a bunch of questions about NASCAR. One of my buddies was in the pit crew also for Kyle Larson.
What's his name?
Graham Molach.
Okay.
I got a
couple guys that I was with was on Kyle's crew.
Yeah. What a cool crew.
Yeah.
So where'd you grow up?
I was Florida originally till I was 11.
Yeah.
Like right around Daytona Beach area. And then moved to Asheville, North Carolina when I was 11.
Okay.
And that's how I ended up in Chapel Hill, went to school at UNC and doing the football thing. And
What was growing up in Asheville like?
it was boring. I mean, it was, talking hunting, it was turkey, deer, ducks, and that was it. I mean, you go to the mall to hang out with friends. Like now they got all the breweries and stuff.
was that like that there? Because now it's
it's a hopping spot.
It's kind of like it's liberal, a little hippie-ish.
It's definitely a hippie town.
Yeah. But it wasn't like that then?
It was. Downtown was, but I
Okay.
didn't go downtown.
Yeah. I've never been to Asheville, but I know there's a ton of breweries and
I went
stuff.
there.
Yeah, now there is.
Went to the Biltmore, checked it out. It's pretty cool.
So if you're on the Biltmore house, like the back property is just a ton of land.
Yeah.
They started giving away hunts for like NWTF and Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. You could go hunt turkey and deer there.
Really?
So that's
pretty
where I
cool.
started deer hunting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you did that as a kid? Back then?
Probably like middle school into high school.
Okay.
My dad would buy, go get the hunts because he wanted me and my brother to get into hunting. And my middle brother Casey loved hunting. He was the hunter of the family, and that's when he got me into that with turkey and deer, right, literally on the back porch of the Biltmore State.
That's super cool. I take it you've been in there. Have you?
Yeah, that's where we do like field trips.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're going to the Biltmore State again.
It's a cool spot. First indoor swimming pool at the Biltmore. Fun fact.
Ever?
Yeah.
Ever?
Mm-hmm. I think it's huge.
In the world or U.S.?
I learned this on the tour.
It's got to be in the U.S.
My information's as good as my tour guard at the Biltmore in Asheville.
Definitely the U.S.
But yeah, it's a hell of a spot. Cool smoking room. Kind of reminds me of the lounge in here.
Really?
But yeah.
I've never been.
Yeah. So you kill any big deer as a kid, or did your brother?
No, dude, I didn't start being smart about killing. I just want to kill anything with animals.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were probably killing like 115-inch
2-year-old,
3-year-olds.
Yeah.
Wow,
What are we
excited
doing?
about it,
Yeah.
though.
Oh, fire.
I mean, if you saw a deer but as a kid, it's like, hell yeah, it's on.
Oh, yeah, anything. It was
Blasting
probably
this
not till
bastard.
3 years ago when I finally started like,
Yeah.
okay, that thing needs at least 2 more years
Yeah,
to live.
yeah.
Like I'm just being smart about it now. But and I got into bow hunting
Yeah.
about 8 years ago. And
Do you-
that's number one.
Do you get buck fever?
Oh yeah.
I lose my shit.
Dude, I've killed elk's where I cut my teeth in bow hunting.
That's
And
hard, which is hard as shit to do.
It's
by the
crazy
way.
hard. Like the first 3 years I didn't
Yeah.
first year I didn't see anything. Second year I saw him 600 yards away. Third year I almost got in there. Fourth year I finally killed
Do you have a
him.
Montana tag this year?
I do. Yeah, I'm going around like Roundup area.
Well, if you get stuck and need some elk, just
You almost helped us out that one year.
Yeah.
Yeah, White Sulphur Springs. So I hunted a ranch there for 4 or 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
4 years. And that's where I learned to elk hunt.
Yeah.
And I killed for 5 years in a row with like 6 days to hunt and 1 tag.
Yep.
And then last year I had 3 tags, Colorado, Oregon, Montana, and I had 40 days, and I did all 40 days.
No shit.
Tagged out in every state.
Didn't kill a bull.
Oh, what?
It was
I thought it was going a different way.
God. I mean, I'm thinking I'm going to get
You
all
paid
3.
the fucking man.
I
Yeah.
knew I had 5 years in a row where I killed. 2 of them I got lucky. 3 of them were great kills.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting for like, when's it going to happen? And it happened last year.
I drew my first elk tag, so I'm going up next week to his place. I've never shot an
Oh
elk.
yeah, White
Yeah.
Sulphur. Oh my
I'm
God,
very excited.
White Sulphur Springs. When I drive through it in my Airstream, I just love it.
Well,
there.
if you get you're not seeing anything up there, just give me a shout and you can
I
go to
will.
my place for sure.
That'd be
we've
huge.
got all kinds of them running around.
I've driven by it, but I've never
Yeah.
seen it. But
I'm on the
it's-
south side of White Sulphur.
okay,
It's loaded.
yeah.
So
It's
played
not,
a lot
it's
of.
not loaded. We don't have any elk there.
Yeah, that's
a
what, you're right. I want to stick with that narrative. That way, when I don't kill one, it's like I didn't fucking see any.
I tell you what, I was filming Samantha last night though. Whenever we were in a big box blind, and I was more nervous filming than I am shooting by far. I mean, I was shaking with the camera.
Really?
Oh yes,
That's the best though. Like, well, what I was gonna say was like elk. For whatever reason, that's how I learned to bow hunt.
yeah.
Get used to that, but you're on them, you're hearing them, you're going to them, they're coming to you, whatever it is, and you're prepared for it. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing is a process. Like deer, you're just sitting there, and then all of a
Yes.
sudden your heart goes from 0 to 100. And you're just
Uh-huh.
like, that to me is scarier than
I
hunting
know.
elk.
Elk, I don't really sitting like I'm going back this afternoon and I'm just hunting this big whitetail, and if he comes in, I'm gonna be shaking.
Yeah.
But an elk, like you said, like you're talking to him back and forth,
Yeah.
and you're kind of moving around, and then you're pulling back. Like it happens like that, and you're
Yeah.
kind of in it. You don't really get to think about it. Where fucking whitetails walking in 180 inches for
Yep.
100 yards, you're just staring at them.
It's horrible
It is
and
horrible.
awesome at the same time.
It is.
I don't have very many big deer on my farm here in Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
but I had a on camera for 2 years, like a big giant 8-point, probably maxed out at 145 or so, like a big 8.
Huge
And I was in a redneck blind early in the morning. It had the shade things on it that you can move around, and it's too dark. So I was like, not even an arrow knocked, and I'm like, I'm gonna check outside this window just see if anything's down there. Open it up, and I see the back half of a deer, and then I see him, and it's him, and my heart just stops. I don't even have an arrow knocked. I end up knocking an arrow. He walks off, turns around, walks back, but he's staring right at me the whole time. I just couldn't have screwed it up any worse. And then drew back, and as soon as I drew back, he was gone. So I had 13 yards from a deer.
I'm trying to get him in the next 5 to 6 days.
Oh my God, this is Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh my God. See, if that walked in, I'd be fucked.
Yeah, that's how I get every time. But let alone something like this.
Whitetail for me is whatever reason, that's my nemesis with a bow.
Really?
I screw it up almost every
They're
time.
hard, man. They're all hard. I mean, especially with a bow, and you're sitting in a damn tree stand. That's why I like elk. 'Cause you're on the ground,
Yep.
and they're in their rut too. So I mean, they're just looking for cows. Those whitetail, they're
My
all
buddy
sketchy as
Stan,
shit.
my buddy Stan in White Sulphur was like, and I never thought about it like this in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Elk were the hardest thing to kill with a bow, but he changed my mind on that. He said, if you can kill a whitetail with a bow, you
Yeah.
can kill anything in the world.
Oh yeah.
And that makes
I mean,
sense.
elk.
I haven't heard that before. Really?
As long as an elk doesn't,
They're so
as long as
alert.
they don't scent you,
Yeah.
like you can move around. Like they're
Yeah,
even when they're 20, 30 yards, like you can move around and
yeah. You can take chances. You
Oh,
do
yeah.
anything with a deer looking at you, they're gone.
see ya. Especially my deer. Like we don't put a lot of pressure on them, but you would think that there's just gunshots ringing all the time. How sketchy they are.
What was going on opening night? I felt like they were so sketchy.
Well, I think that they sent a memo around and they were like, "Hey, the hunters are back."
Deer, there's
Deer
people in
season.
these trees now.
Yeah.
Careful.
I had 25 deer out in front of me, and the shooter I was going after didn't walk out, but they all walked out like little crackheads, just looking around. And I'm like, this is literally the first time anyone's sat here this year. I don't know what the hell is going on, but
And they're on to you.
they can. They
Well,
can sense it.
we probably had 6 shooters that just went like nocturnal 2 days before opening day.
They're so smart.
Like they just 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I mean, they come to the buffet because you can feed them up there.
You can.
Yeah. And then 2 days before opening day, and it was just like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3
Yeah.
a.m., gone.
Did you say come to the buffet?
Yeah.
I never heard that. That's funny. Yeah, they're smart. They know what they're doing.
I don't know how though, but it's the greatest mystery of all time.
But it makes it awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
You grew up playing football in high school, I take it?
Yeah, I played at AC Reynolds, all state, did the whole thing, and I was a good player. Got a scholarship to Carolina, went there. Fun fact: Caleb Presley, Luke Combs, both went to Reynolds as well.
Really?
So there's been some cool stuff come out of there, and Luke's obviously killing it. But yeah, I went to Carolina. Like back half of sophomore year, I was finally kind of playing good ball and figuring it out. Junior year, I was the guy. We had Butch Davis, Chuck Pagano was our D coordinator. We had
Chuck was there?
Chuck was there.
Wow.
He's the best.
He's an awesome dude.
I played a quarter and a half under him, and he was my favorite coach I've ever played for. But I was kind of the guy that never came out. I was nickel, base, all the packages. And first or second quarter into the James Madison game, I snapped my peroneal tendon, missed that whole year. That's when I started playing guitar and kind of just, this is fun. I kind of enjoyed it. Going into my senior year, wasn't the same player, and didn't help the guys behind me that were freshmen that were terrible because they're freshmen. Got a whole year experience. Bruce Carter ended up being a second-round draft pick to the Cowboys. So it's like,
damn,
they come in and take your job, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So that didn't work out for me. But Ben Lemming was offensive lineman at Carolina, and he would play guitar. I'd sing like cover songs or whatever, just in the dorm. And he was like, "Hey, you should be a country singer. Like, you got a pretty good voice." And to me, that was like, you should be an astronaut. You don't just go do that.
That's not how this works, bud.
Yeah, but here we are all these years later. But I wrote my first song at that season or somewhere around that senior year where I still wasn't really playing. I turned trash. Like Chuck left. I had a bum ankle and my dad just died. I was just not there. And
Good time to write country music, though.
I was a shitty teammate. I was a shitty player. I hated everything. But that turned into like, okay, I'm gonna write sad songs, and that's what country can be. So that's when I wrote I recorded a shitty album in college. And Brian Kelly.
Did you have any idea of how to write songs? I mean, did you like look it up, or you just like, fuck it, I'll just figure this out?
I think I just based it off the other songs I'd learned, like cover songs. And then when I went to write the first song, I just based it off of those chords. That's all I knew.
Did guitar come easy?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like it's something that you sit down to do, and usually it's like, fuck this, I'm done. I stuck with it. I also had nothing else to do. I mean,
I think I could play guitar for 5 years straight and still be really shitty at it.
G, C, D, and E?
I don't have the musical gene.
G, C, D, and E, E minor. That was cruise.
Yeah.
That's the easiest chords you can learn. That's what I learned first.
Yeah, likewise.
Can you play a guitar?
I dabble.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
It was a long time.
I did not know.
Yeah.
Do you have a guitar?
Yeah, a couple of them.
Are you kidding me?
No.
What do you have?
I have a Martin and an old, I think it's Yamaha was my first one.
Do you know what the Martin is?
No. My brother gave it to me.
I'm obsessed with Martin guitars and old Gibsons.
Yeah, I don't. Just an old Yamaha, I think it is, and then that Martin, it's black, but I have no clue what type it is.
Dirks. I just did a writing retreat near Eldora, Colorado.
Sounds like a tough gig.
It was awesome. 3 days in a cabin. Wyatt McCubbin, if you don't know him, he's a badass writer, and Oscar Charles, who's my producer on the last record and this next record. We wrote 3 songs a day for 3 days, and I'm recording all of them.
That's
9
awesome.
songs.
Really?
But I walked into a guitar shop at the end of that trip, and they had a 1922 028 Brazilian rosewood. Looks like kind of like Willie's guitar. Bought that. It was incredible. So we're going to record that whole album on it and put it out at the beginning of next year. But I named that thing Eldora because Eldora, Colorado. We wrote a song called Eldora. But I'm obsessed with guitars right now. And then 3 days later, like I'm fired up about this brand new guitar. And then Bridgestone here with Dirks, he brings out this D45, which is a $10,000 guitar, and hands it to me on stage. I'm just like, so I'm loaded up with guitars right now. Dirks is the man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what about the lyrics? You know, when you're first writing your album, your songs in your dorm, have you written before?
No, I'd never written. I wrote my first song in a house.
Sorry, like what about like? I mean, in school, like, did you excel in English or
Well, I journaled. Weird enough, I started journaling when I was 15 years old.
Really?
Yeah. My young life leader in high school was like, fill a page. That's your only rule. Just fill a page. So I started writing that type of thing, not poetry or anything like that, just writing whatever happened that day. So I think that helped a lot. Artistically, I don't know where it came from because nobody in my family does music at all. My brother Chad, actually, he sent me some stuff, lyrics. It's usually, I think, when he's about 7 Jack Daniels deep. But he'll send me a late night text sometime with lyrics, and he's got it too. Like, he says some crazy shit that I'm like, how do you think of that?
Well, I mean, I think you journaling at 15 and just putting thoughts on paper probably.
Yeah. And I grew up loving country music, so hearing stuff. But for the first like 9 years of my career here, we wrote Cruise. That was a gift. Like, we didn't mean to write that. And that's what I was chasing. I was like, oh, bro country's sick. I guess this is me. And then I had Ready, Set, Roll was a song I did. And I was just doing whatever. I had no fucking clue what I was doing. And why would I? I just learned to play guitar, and I was a football player.
What were your inspirations, like, musically?
Like, I love Garth.
Yeah.
I grew up on Garth. I got huge into Eric Church when I was in college. Chesney was a guy I loved. So I was trying to write. I was trying to be Eric Church while writing shittier FGL songs. And that does not work together. Not saying FGL is shitty. They blew up and they had their thing and it was sick. But they were all I knew.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to be like those guys.
Yeah. They were on the radio.
They were on the radio and I wanted to be on the radio.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was clueless, but that's when when COVID happened, it was just like social media, everybody's just bickering at each other, lines in the sand were drawn for me. It's like, all right, if you guys are gonna fucking hate me for this or love me for whatever, or come after me for this, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want now. And it was just a thing for me where I was just like, all right, I'm gonna write songs on guitar again, because tracks took over country music for like 8-9 years. And I fell into that, and then when I started writing songs again during COVID, it was just like, I'm writing real shit. And I kept thinking when I was writing it, I wrote a song called If I Rock and Roll, Bench Seat, and Life Part of Living all back to back that went on the I Hate Cowboys record. And I was like, oh, these would be really cool for down the road. And then I kept writing them. I'm like, why don't I just do them now? And it was just something that happened during COVID where I lived normal life and I got fed up with the machine and mute in Nashville and all that. And it was like, I'm going to put out what I want to put out now.
What year did you move here?
2010.
So you finished school?
Yeah. Finished at Carolina, moved to Charlotte to work in NASCAR.
Still writing and playing?
Yeah, I was living in a suburban extended stay in Concord, North Carolina.
Okay.
Shitty situation. We were getting $17,000 a year. But we were like the test dummies, see if we can bring in ex-football players, ex-athletes.
Sure.
See if they can make a pit crew team.
And
it worked. I mean, a lot of the guys are still doing it.
You
know,
one of my buddies, he got the job through a friend, but he was in the SEAL teams with me for, I think he did about 6 years, 8 years, then got out and he was going to go play football at North Carolina. He's a real big boy, going to be a linebacker. Then went to, he's from Charlotte, went down to, I don't know, one day at the track there where they have all the demonstrations where the jack guy's doing his thing, the guy changing the tires doing his thing. And he went in there and beat everyone's time and they gave him a job.
Really? Yeah, they just want athletes who can do it faster. Because I can win or lose you a championship.
And there was another team guy.
So he wasn't actually like trying to do this? He was just like messing around. He was like, I can do this?
Yeah. And he's like, so I have to pick up this jack and go over the wall and jack the car up and get back faster than him? Let's go.
Done.
Holy shit.
And he did it.
Is he still doing it?
No, he did it 6-8 years and he went in the DEA and now he's working for Homeland Security.
What a wild life. That's crazy.
But he went there to meet up with another guy. I don't know this cat, but he was the guy changing the tires with the impact drill gun or whatever it's called. And he went to see him and then he just tried out.
Yeah, back then it was 5 lugs. Now it's 1, I think.
Yeah, it's just 1.
It's wild. More IndyCar style.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just one big thing that you pull off. Yeah.
I love watching this.
I was just getting good at it, like, because I finally started caring. I just didn't love it, which is crazy because
they were paying you $17,000
It was a horrible situation, not fun. But there was a lot of opportunity there, like be on the best race team in the world.
Sure.
I was just miserable. Like I said,
How many races was it then? 20, 30?
I was up in the 30s.
You guys travel a shit ton, don't you?
Yeah, they traveled
every week.
on. Usually, but you wouldn't fly until like Saturday or race day, and then you'd fly home.
Okay,
Same day.
gotcha.
So the crew guys weren't traveling as much, but we were doing Xfinity or whatever it was called, but Busch Series probably back then, truck races, and if we'd have the opportunity to go over
Graham
the
was
Cup
doing the truck races as well.
First Cup race I did was Michael McDowell. They just sub us out to other teams. And when I was finally like, okay, I need to take this seriously, because I'd wanted to do music, but I'm like, I don't know how that's going to happen. I got a text when I was in Chapel Hill, just going back to a football game or something. And this girl, Amy, she played volleyball at Carolina. She said, would you want to be on Survivor? And that's when I said, sure, why not? Like, what the fuck? Okay, I'll just go do that real quick. Half-assed that whole process and got on. They needed their country guy that wears the pearl snap shirt and the boots. And did that, got second. So I knew I was going to get here first or second. So right when I came back, I knew I either had $1 million or $100,000. So I'd had enough to move to Nashville. I didn't move here. Like 2 days after Survivor was over, my mom was cooking me food and stuff, and I hit up Brian Kelly from FGL. I said, dude, I'm going to come hang out. Let's go to Tin Roof and let's tear it up. And he had a friend in his house that got like severe depression, moved back to Kentucky. And so they had a room available in the house, and through a drunken conversation at Tin Roof, Brian and Tyler were like, dude, just move in with us. Yeah. And that's how we started writing songs together.
No kidding.
Awesome. How was that Survivor experience?
It was horrible.
Was it?
Yeah, just no food.
How long was it?
Ours was 40 days.
Do you sleep on the ground, or do they give you hammocks?
You sleep. They put out all these bamboo huge things so you can build your cot, or build your little shed or whatever. First night we built it, it collapsed. We're getting dumped rain on. It's just shitty. And then you learn, and after a few days in, you got it pretty dialed in.
Did you watch the show before?
No. Well, I'd never seen it like live.
Yeah.
I went back and watched like 2 episodes, 2 seasons, just to like figure out what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
The hardest part for me, besides the food, was the mind games. Like, you'd be sitting there on days off.
Yeah.
And if I'm sitting here by myself looking at the ocean and you two are over there talking, I'm like, what the fuck?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. And I was the most paranoid guy on our season. And I got a lot of shit for that. But at the end of the day, like, nobody really wants me here because they want to win.
Yeah, they want to win. Yeah.
So why would you not be a little bit paranoid?
You're a threat.
Yeah. So
you got asked to be on what, Naked and Afraid?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Didn't do it?
Not enough money. What was it, like 10 grand?
I think it was like, it was 10, but after the girl I talked to, she's like, yeah, I think I cleared like $6,000 or $7,000
for Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
How many days is
21.
21 days.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it's kind of.
If it was 100, I'd be like, all right.
Oh, $100,000, I'd be there already.
I mean, you'd do 21 days, no problem.
Yeah.
Are you with somebody?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's one other person, right?
Yeah, one other person. Typically, it's a chick. My guess is it would be a dude, and he'd quit the first day, so I'd just be by myself.
He'd just be like, just go home.
Yeah.
I got this.
So the winner of the two gets that?
No, you both try to.
You both get it.
You're a team, and you're just naked, and you have to. And afraid, you get one tool. Each person gets a tool. It's like a fire starter machine.
I mean, 21 days, all you need is water.
Yeah.
You kill like one thing, and maybe you're fine. But you can live 21 days without food.
Yep. 3 minutes
you'd be shredded.
3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food.
3 weeks without food?
Mm-hmm. That's the rule.
3 days.
Yeah, the rule of threes in general. In general.
I had 6 meals on Survivor because it was like when it was the challenges where if you win, you get a movie and you get to slide down volcanoes, do fun shit, and then at the end of it, you get a huge meal. Mm-hmm. On those, I was 6-0. On the ones where immunity, whether you go home or not, I was 0-6. So I was driven by food.
There you go.
I didn't give a fuck if I got voted off, but I wanted to eat.
Feed me, please.
Oh.
I would drink as much water as I possibly could.
Right? Well, you watch the show, and like they're just laying around all day.
Yeah.
It's like, go figure it out.
And of course, they, like all TV shows, they try to create their own narrative based off your personality, so you can be real tight-lipped with what you say and everything like that. So it just is not that appetizing to me, But
it's real what you're doing, but they definitely know what to say in interviews. To get you to say what you want.
It's reality. It's reality TV. They're going to manipulate it as much as they can.
100%.
So you moved to Nashville, moved in with the FGL guys.
Yeah. Moved in with them. They were writing.
How did you meet them?
Brian and I grew up, the Florida part, him and I grew up in Florida.
I got
Little
you.
League baseball, Little League soccer, all that.
God, small world.
Yeah. So we just knew through college, he played baseball at Florida State.
Okay.
So I just knew he was doing that, and we kind of reconnected after I moved to Carolina.
Yep.
And that's how we just stayed in touch. We just stayed buddies, and that's when I went to visit. I wasn't trying to move here. I was just trying to. So after Survivor, I was 34 pounds lighter.
You lost 34 pounds?
34 pounds. I was.
You were a rail.
Talking about shredded. Yeah, I was. I didn't look good. Face was skinny. I still had the beard. I was walking through the Miami airport, and this little girl walks up to me, and I had my buddy's army pack, and she walks up to me. She was like almost crying. She said, "Thank you so much. I just wanted to say that to you." She was probably 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
And I said, "For what?" She said, "Thank you so much for your service to our country." And I just kind of nodded at her and kept walking. Like, I wasn't going to say anything.
You look rough.
You look horrible. That's how bad I look.
Welcome back.
I mean, it wasn't like somebody who served our country. It was like I looked like a POW. 100%.
Fresh out of POW camp, Mekong Delta.
Oh, God. It was bad.
So, when you first got to Nashville, where were you at in your? I know you're early on in your career, but what was the time where you started getting some serious momentum?
Following Survivor, it was like I didn't want to be that guy that goes like, "Oh, I did reality TV. Look at me now. I could be a country singer." It kind of happened that way, but I avoided that. Like I didn't respect that. Didn't want to be a part of it. So I was just trying to write songs and focus on that. And luckily, I had Brian and Tyler there to like kind of help me with that. And then one day we were writing a slow song, and we were always writing for me. And if it was Brian and Tyler together, they would always write for themselves because they were just starting Florida Georgia Line. And one day, the slow song was happening, and then Brian just hums out like, "Baby, you like a song, make me wanna roll my." And that 45 minutes later, we wrote Cruise. And
That's
that
awesome.
was when it was like, oh, now everybody wants to write with you. They're going to give you a chance.
Yeah.
But then they want to write Cruise again. I'm like, we didn't mean to write that in the first place.
Yeah.
So that was when it kind of started. I started touring as opposed to staying in town as much because I wanted a fan base. And I don't think what I didn't know was like my music wasn't good enough. Like I didn't know that at the time. And then Ready, Set, Roll followed Cruise. That's when I fell into the track season of my life. It was all track based, and I loved it. Like looking back at it now, I was loving it. It wasn't like I was fully trying to do something I didn't want to do. I was enjoying it, but the whole time I'm like, I loved Eric Church. I loved what he was doing. I loved the real instrumentation and the crazy weird production that him and Jay did. And so that all led to that 2020 time where I could not get out of this pop thing because I didn't know how. And then I met a guy named Oscar Charles in 2021. Through COVID, all these new songs, they're really the original songs I was writing. And Oscar's a very different mind. Like there's no tracks, there's no click, there's no nothing. It's as real as it gets. And that's when we wrote the I Hate Cowboys record and put that out. And it's weird because I'm at a place now where I think a lot of people still think of me as like the bro country guy. It's like, then you clearly aren't paying attention the last 3 years because it's not that at all.
Yeah, not even close.
And it's like, I understand though. I've only put out one record that's been critically acclaimed. We're putting Go Down Swingin' now. Got out of my record deal last year with Broken Bow, and that was a clean break, which was good. But I wasn't really pushing for radio anymore. They wanted to keep doing that, and I'm like, guys, I don't have anything else to go to radio with. I kind of just want to do this on my own. And I did that with this Go Down Singing record, and then just in Colorado, freaking wrote. Didn't mean to, but after Red Rocks with Dirks, we wrote 9 songs, and I think I'm going to name that album Eldora, and we're going to go and record it in December.
Awesome. How was Red Rocks?
It was sick.
Have you ever played there before?
I played it in 14 with Dirks.
Okay, that's an amazing place.
But I was early. I didn't know what was going on. It was a weird feeling. I remember not like being comfortable because you're used to like being above people.
Yep.
Looking down, and then everybody else is way out.
Way out there, and they're just in your face, straight up.
And you're just like, oh,
have you been there?
Shit.
No, I have not.
It's an amazing place to see a concert.
I would love to. I saw your video on your Instagram this morning or yesterday, and I love your shirt.
Yeah, I got those pearl snaps are fun.
I mean, I
now.
was listening to your song, but I'm like, man, that it has elk on it going across. It's a pearl snap, black,
Really?
white elk, like right. It's elk on
eBay.
here.
It's all eBay.
Oh, dude,
Really?
It's a sick
I'm just
shirt.
getting all these old Western shirts off of eBay. But this time I play, it's like the one venue you play, like you have to submit to the venue. Like it owns you.
Yeah.
You're just down to the bottom, have fun playing songs.
Yeah.
But it was special. There's something about that night, everything clicked.
That's awesome.
Funny enough, I went to Ryan Bingham at Red Rocks like 2 months ago because I wanted to see a show before I played it again, and I love Bingham. So we were having a blast at Bingham, and I took some of the things that he did and I put them in our show, just artistic musically, and we're doing them on Red Rocks, and the crowd's going nuts for this jam session that we did, and it was just like a full circle moment. Like, I didn't even do this 2 months ago. I did this because of Bingham and Red Rocks, and now we're doing them at Red Rocks, and it worked.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's
cool.
a special place. We used to go there a lot.
When did you write Hall River?
I think it was last April. I was in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'd just done my first ever sold out amphitheater show. It was, and I walked off the stage, and there was like 5 girls sitting in the chairs outside of my bus. And it wasn't my doing. Like, I didn't know who they were.
Happens to me all the time.
Tough problem.
I don't know how they got back there.
Yeah.
They're sitting there, and this little girl comes up to me. She's like, "I'm Kayla from Hall River, North Carolina." As I'm getting on my bus, I turned to Blake Pendergrass, who was with me to write for 3 days because we were going to stay in Wilmington. And I turned to him and said, "I don't know what that means, but we're writing it." And that night we were walking to Jimmy's, which is my favorite bar down there in Wrightsville. And he said, "Dude, what if we did like kind of a murder ballad, kind of that old red murder ballad style?" I don't know if anybody dies in that one, but I said, "Okay." Think about it as we go to the bar that night. The next day, I love the show 1923. It's a spinoff of Yellowstone, and the priest is just beating the hell out of these Native American girls. And that's what we based it off of. So we looked up the history of Alamance County, North Carolina, Hall River, and based it all on that story. And it would never happen if Kayla hadn't come up and said that.
Thanks, Kayla.
I downloaded
Kayla.
that song this morning. I probably listened to it 7-8 times already.
Hell yeah.
Is that better, Ben? All right. And it gave me goosebumps. I mean, that thing's my point of view is a fucking great song.
Hell
I
yeah.
love that song.
Thank
It
you.
means a lot coming from a fellow musician as you.
I've written a couple ditties
Well, it's
about
funny
Jack and
'cause
Diane.
through like the Eyes on You days, and I had a song called Ride that was a cover. I look out and there's only chicks at the shows, which is fine, but like we're sitting here talking hunting. That's my life.
Yeah.
Like that's what I do. I love hanging with the boys, golfing, hunting, whatever it is, fishing. And the guys just didn't give a shit about me because I'm singing about all this girly stuff.
Yeah.
And now to hear that, like that's what we wanted to do. Like let's just write shit that I want to sing.
That's the best song. It gave me goosebumps, which is pretty rare.
That's awesome.
And it's the best song I've heard in a while. So
Thank you.
hats off to you. It was a very pleasant surprise, man. I didn't think I would like it that much, but I just couldn't stop listening to it this morning. So it was fucking fantastic.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
That thing's been awesome live too. Nobody knows it. We just put it out, but it's just there's something about it that I think people are just loving.
And the rest of the album comes out on the 20th.
September 20th.
Yeah. And your birthday is the day before.
Yep.
Any big plans?
Man, birthday bull is what I've always wanted. I've never killed an elk on my birthday. Not gonna this year. I'm with Dirks on the 19th and the 20th. So that screwed up that plan this year, but I'll be with Dirk somewhere.
Yeah.
We're touring. It's 19th, 20th. That'll be awesome to be doing music while the album comes out. And then the 21st, I'm going to Colorado to hunt.
There you go.
They'll be rutting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
They'll be screaming.
You don't have I was going to ask, you don't have an elk tag, do you? No. Okay. What states do you have it for this year?
Colorado's over the counter.
Yeah.
Montana, I'm dialed. And I might do something in Oklahoma. I don't know anything about it, but I know I'm supposed to go kill an elk in Oklahoma.
There's elk in Oklahoma.
That's crazy to me.
Yep. I think there's quite a few elk in Oklahoma. I'm gonna try to get an elk tag for Kentucky next year.
Oh yeah.
They say people keep saying the next world record's gonna come out of Kentucky.
I've heard that. I heard that last year.
He told me this the other night when we were hunting.
Supposed to be some tanks over there on the east side.
It's more the plains, right?
I have no idea. I don't know nothing about it.
East side of Kentucky.
But
Okay.
Luke told me that you can buy a tag somehow, some way. like a governor's tag or something.
I know Virginia just opened up, but I think that there was a draw, and I think they only drew like 5 or 10 tags, but they're supposed to have some monsters also. It's the same region,
If it gets huge in the East, that'll be awesome.
That'd be so.
To kill one on the east side of the country would be a dream.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, West Virginia, get them up in those mountains again rolling. I mean, I tell you what, it would ease a lot of pressure in the West too.
Yeah,
you'd be.
That's very true.
Get tags over. I mean, because right now Montana's a shit show trying to get tags sometimes. So.
It's crazy. And 5 years ago, it wasn't.
No, I remember when I first bought my property out there.
What year did you buy that?
17, 16, 17, something like that. But bought it in July and got an elk tag for September that year.
Yeah, it was easy.
Just
as a non-resident.
Yeah, went online, boom, done.
You can draw like that. So you can't draw easily having property though?
They just started, I missed it this year. They just started a landowner program.
Gotcha.
So, but you just there's a preference draw before the normal draw. And you typically, they say that if you have over like 650, you can get in that draw.
Can you get multiple?
I don't know. I'm calling. They make we could have a whole podcast on their system, but it's. I got a call.
You need to talk to your game warden friend.
Fuck that guy.
Don't like the game warden, huh?
He doesn't like me for some reason.
So
he sent me. Oh, I got a warning for not. I mean, I'm on private, but I guess I didn't have enough orange on, and he in an Instagram video.
Post kill
looked it up and sent me.
Well, you could have taken your orange off at that point.
I didn't even argue it. It was a warning, but then I looked it up, and it's a no less than $10 and no more than $20 fine. So I was like, I'm just going to send him $100 and be like, this is for the next 5 years, guys. Because I'm not wearing it.
Cover up your future.
Do you do much duck hunting?
I do now.
Really?
So I grew up going like once a year with friends. I didn't know shit about it. And then 2020, I got a black lab. And I got it based off of, so I have a song on the Cowboys record called Bench Seat, which is based off of my best friend who almost shot himself. He had his gun to his head, and while that was happening, his dog came up and put his head on his leg, and that like saved his life. He put the gun down, got help he needed, and that saved his life. So through him and his story, I always wanted a bird dog. Decided, all right, this is the moment. I wrote a song about that called Bench Seat, and I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do this music video, I want my dog to be in the video. So there was a puppy, the middle-aged dog is Jack, and then there's an older dog, and that's how I ended up with Jack. And I knew when I was in Lynchburg, Tennessee with Casey Nelson from Jack Daniels and Chad Belding from Banded. And Chad was like, dude, get a black lab. They're the best duck dogs in the world. Get one of those. So I did. And now oh my God. Duck hunting is a fucking disaster with how much stuff you can buy, how much you're going. It's the best.
It's one of those things where duck hunters, I mean, it's one of the, I feel like you're either all in or you just go with a friend.
Go with a friend, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm all in just now. Go with a friend. Just go chase.
All in now, and it's.
Do you have your boat?
I'm not married.
Blind? Do you have?
No, I don't have a boat.
Yeah.
I got all the dog stuff for the most part, and then I go use other people's stuff. Got the guns and all that, but I don't have a wife to tell me what to do and not to do, and I am going to duck hunt my ass off the next few years if that ever happens.
Hell yeah.
I love duck hunting. I didn't get to go last year. I made a plan. I'm doing it this year.
We're doing it in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
It's the best. I mean, you can sit in there and drink with your buddies while you're hunting.
We're going to Arkansas in January. I think we're getting a good crew if you want to come with us.
In January?
Yeah.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Should be great.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Smoke a cigar, cook some food in the back.
All the places I go do that, like, a lot of the places will not let you have alcohol in the blind, which is smart.
Yeah.
Shooting guns. But
have you been to Luke's place?
Yeah. What's it called? Red
Rum?
Red Rum?
Yeah.
Which is weird because I just watched The Shining randomly.
Red Rum is murder backwards.
Yeah. It's murder backwards.
Yeah. But he bought that entire farm just for that set, basically.
He can do whatever he wants. And he takes his helicopter down there.
He's the best.
I went 2 years ago, and Jack had that was his first real season hunting. He's a
How'd
stud.
he
He's a
do?
master hunter now. He's just too excited in the first year, but he's dialed now. He's such a good dog.
How's your buddy doing?
He's good.
Yeah.
He's married now. He's got a baby girl.
Good.
I just spent a lot of time with him, about a week in Montana, and we had an absolute blast. His
Back on top?
Oh yeah,
Good.
He's a happy dude now. Yeah, he's doing a lot better.
You still doing bison?
Yeah, got the buffalo out 20 minutes from here,
That's amazing.
and I got 37. We're gonna divide them, the heifers from their yearlings next month.
Really?
Yeah,
You guys selling them, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna take all the ones that were born on the ranch, the farm, and send them to 404 Kitchen in Nashville.
Oh wow.
Matt Bolus, if you know him, he's awesome. He's gonna put them on the menu for as long as they last.
Yeah.
And we'll just do that because then it's direct to him. I don't
Sure.
have to deal
Yeah, you
with
have to mess with
freezers
it.
and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's
How'd you
amazing.
get started doing that?
I always wanted them.
Yeah.
I had horses on the farm when I bought it. Yeah, the original owners took them, and I had during COVID pastor at Kairos, which I'm pretty sure that's where Mike Glenn is the main pastor of Brentwood Baptist. I don't know, but
Is that true, Ben? Ben said yes.
is that right?
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah, it's Brentwood Baptist. Former head pastor at Brentwood
Former
Baptist.
head pastor. But there was a thing called Kairos on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
So I would go to that, and that pastor, Chris, he came to my house for dinner one night, just hanging out. And we were on the front porch looking at all the land. He said, "What are you going to do with all this, man?" I said, "Man, I really want bison. I don't know why. I just want American buffalo, and they're cool. And I love the West. So it's kind of like bringing a little bit of that here." And he knew a guy named Daniel Johnson who has bullborn bison down in Linville. So he sent me his way. And
What kind of bison?
they call them American buffalo.
Okay.
If you're going to say buffalo, technically you got to throw American in front of it. Bison are just, that's the proper term for them.
Bison's probably.
Yeah, they're these things. Just on that.
Are they hard on fences? Like what?
Yes.
They are. They beat the shit out of fences.
So Daniel, smart enough, he has his bison ranch in Linville.
Okay.
Went down to see it, looked around, he took me around.
Yeah.
Ended up buying 10 from him, but he also came and he builds fences too. And he's in construction. So he came and built it's 9-wire all the way around both 20-acre fields.
So they'd tear the pieces out of like a
beat
wood fence.
shit out of the fences.
Really?
But all ours is electric, so they learn.
So I want to get rid of horses and get bison in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Sounds like a better deal.
If you just get the good fencing, you'll
Yeah.
never have a problem.
Got it.
That'd be a great deal.
How much? We can talk about it later.
Probably
Horses-
if you
horses
buy
are
a
the
calf,
worst.
it's probably what, $800.
I got it was probably around 600 to 800 per cow that I got, and then I think I spent a few grand on the bull.
Yeah.
And then I got another Diamond Tail Ranch out in Colorado. I bought the other half from there because I wanted better breeders. I bought 9 or 10 calves from there, and that was around the same price. But that bull was like 6 or 7 grand because he's a better
But
breeder.
you have the bull on the range for a long time, right?
Now I have.
Yeah.
Now it's been like 3
So you
years.
just have one bull, and then the rest are.
I have the original bull and
Okay.
the breeder bull from Colorado.
Gotcha.
But right now the breeder bull from Colorado is kicked out of the herd because they're rutting right now.
I see.
So he's literally by himself all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
staring at him like he's not doing any good. So if I have to kill Bennington, I will.
Sorry.
I
Bennington's gonna be. He's dinner.
Hey, Betty. Days are numbered.
He's taking too much of the girls' attention. I need the other bull in there breeding. So we'll see what happens after this year.
Benny's a hog.
Benny's a hog. He's a beast and he is mean.
Do you butcher any of them for yourself?
When we do, I haven't killed any yet.
Yeah.
When we do, I'm going to keep a whole one
Yeah.
in a freezer
Yeah.
for myself and friends. So many friends ask for it, so it's like, all right,
Heck
let's
yeah.
just give it to friends.
I mean, that's what I would want. I would just keep raising them in Kentucky just for
Yep.
my own purposes.
Yeah.
Couple
The
of-
ones that I
couple-
bought from Tennessee originally,
Yeah.
their main bull, can't remember what his name was, but he was from Kentucky, and he's
Gotcha.
an absolute giant.
I shot one maybe year before last and had it in my freezer. And
face.
then,
Did you
it
shoot
was
a rifle or bow?
rifle 300
Yeah.
Win Mag. Right,
many times
right
did you
to the
shoot it?
nose.
Nose?
Yeah,
Get in the
it was
face.
facing me, and we were looking for it all day.
Literally
Like,
just went
all
over
day.
backwards.
And,
After you shot him?
No. But before we shot him, and he's like, he's on this ranch somewhere, and then everyone was out looking for him. Got a radio call. He's over here, so drove over there, and he's just standing there looking right at me. And I get on the sticks and the shooting sticks. I have 300 Win Mag, and the guy's like, wait for him to turn. And he's like maybe 110 yards away. and I didn't get buck fever that much at all, so I wasn't that nervous or
just
shaky.
standing there.
And I'm like, I'm gonna plow this thing right in the face. And I shot him, and he went ass over tea kettle, backflip, bam, and then started kicking, and everyone's high fiving. I'm like, I think he needs another one. Like, oh no, he's dead. He got up and went maybe like 30 yards, walked over, of course, heavily concussed. and then I put another one in him and he went right down.
Really? I've heard you got to put like, if you're going longs, you got to put like 5 or 6 in there to really get them down.
I shot a Cape Buffalo and I
It's a
shot
big-ass
it.
animal.
They're huge.
I shot a Cape Buffalo. Shot it. I had to shoot it about 8 times.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you shoot it with? 300 something?
38?
No, 365 HH. H&H?
375?
375, something like that. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
It's a Remington 700,
huge.
just a big caliber.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
huge.
sounds
Yeah,
massive.
bolt gun. But yeah, I shot that 8 times. But this buffalo, the shitty part about it is I had it in my freezer. My wife and I, we go to Costa Rica, and then
Power went out or something.
yep,
Oh,
power went out because of lightning, and the breaker tripped and came home to a bunch of rotten.
nasty.
really
smell
lost
meat.
it all? Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Katie won't even talk about it. She's like, it makes me sick to my stomach.
I bet.
Yeah,
The meat is so good.
So now, I put out a post asking for recommendations. So I'm going to rewire it and then put the Wi-Fi sensors on it. So if it goes out I'm going to do it for temperature and electricity.
Yeah.
So.
Well, do you get an email saying power's out from?
I don't know how. Katie found out somehow. She's like, oh, the power went out. Sent the neighbor over there. He flipped the breaker, and somehow it just didn't.
Didn't kick back on.
Yeah.
If you catch it, I mean, you can say, like,
Yeah.
Lee Bryce, Rob Hatch, one of his songwriter buddies, called me one day and his power went out and he said, dude, you have freezer space. I said, actually, yeah, I just got a new one.
Yeah.
So he brought all his over and he was fine. But he was panicking
Yeah.
because he knew he was about to lose everything.
It's happened to me. That was a second time. It happened to me in Virginia Beach a long time ago. I lost a whole deep freeze, a couple hogs, probably 3 or 4 deer, a bunch of beef. Just fucking
I'm
horrible.
surprised that I got to get some sort of backup generator just for small stuff like that.
Yeah,
Sure.
Just to run the freezers off of it,
Yeah.
man. Because so much time and effort goes into all of that, and then
It's great meat.
yeah,
Oh,
it's the best. Katie, she was making tacos last week, and she got pissed that she had to go to the store and buy
God, I
ground
can't
beef.
wait to see her. I'm going to say something.
You should just ask her, hey, you got any of that bison meat left? I'd love to have some.
But hopefully, it's full of elk here
Get a little hamburger.
in a month. Oh.
Are you guys driving back from Montana?
No, you need me to?
No, I'm not gonna make you do that. It's
Yeah.
brutal. But there's a whole elk in the freezer out there.
Okay.
I'm driving back this year.
From Montana?
Yeah, I'll be around that area. When I finish whatever elk hunting I end up doing, I'm gonna take I have an Airstream that I live in out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive that all the way slow back through duck season and deer season and kill shit along the way home.
Really? When are you going elk hunting?
Next Sunday in Colorado, then I go to
Yeah,
Montana
20 something.
next
Okay.
week.
And then when did you get an Aerostream?
I got the Airstream in 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Does that have a bathroom in it?
Yeah.
Like the silver,
Really?
like bullet ones?
Yeah,
It's like
Those cool.
awesome.
It's like a Pendleton edition too.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
blankets.
yeah.
I was
I
showing
love
somebody
Pendleton.
earlier. It's nasty, and there it is right there. It pulled up, but it's decked out, ready for.
Dude, that thing's sick.
It's awesome. The back hatch opens up, so you can just sit there drinking coffee, looking at the mountains.
Really?
That wood's amazing.
It's awesome.
Super.
Because I was gonna gut one and build
Sure.
my own because
Yep.
they're all like fancy and
Yep.
nice, and then I found out in 16 they made 100 of these, so I ended up finding one and just buying it.
Dude,
I want an earth roamer when the kids are
Oh
gone.
my god!
what's that?
They're out of Colorado. I mean, it's just like the souped up off road. It's got sleeper in the back. But
Is
it's
it
on,
like-
it's on like a 654.
Yeah,
or
650.
Oh,
something.
okay, gotcha. Is it like Sprinter van on steroids type
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
It's like
like
4 Sprinter vans on steroids.
Yeah,
It's
I mean they're
huge.
ginormous. They've got. I'll show you a picture.
I've seen the
afterwards.
inside of one, and they're
Really?
real. I walked through one time. They're crazy expensive.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, I think the bottom is like 500 all the way up to the new one's like 1.5 or something. I mean, it's a house,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's like solar, water. I mean, you can live off the grid for probably a while,
Yeah.
and it's got like 6 tires. You can go anywhere.
If shit goes south in America, like you want one.
No, you want one of those. Yeah,
You'd live in
you're
that.
running over zombies. You're good to go.
It's a zombie killer.
It's got like
Put a swing arm and a 240 on
it's got like the
passenger
it's got
door.
like the flare cameras and lights and stuff on it. I mean, it's air compressor.
It has a FLIR?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. You can get that. You can get that on them.
Where's 100 grand, 200 grand of your expenses right there?
We're cutting that.
Yeah.
Don't need that.
We had those on all our vehicles when they first came out. I don't know. We were maybe like 2010 or so. And they were on these telescopic poles that would raise up in the back so you could see really far with them. It's the ball ones with the gyro.
Yeah.
And I forget who it was, but someone left one up and drove it. And it hit like an overpass or something like that. And they're like, these cameras are like $500,000. Like, well,
Tell the government buy
yeah,
another one.
pay your taxes, boys.
They'll be
We'll get
okay.
more. Bucket list hunt.
Some sort of sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never gone after sheep. And Carolina, our mascot was a ram. It'd
Yep.
be like probably a bighorn or doll sheep, but I don't care any of those.
I've never done it either, but I want to start doing it before I get too old and can't. Like I like the mountain goats too, like the shaggy white ones with those.
Up in Alaska.
Dude, I just went to Glacier National Park with my buddy, the bench seat buddy. We're hanging out. I'm playing tourist. I'm taking pictures of all the mountain goats.
Yep.
This lady, I mean, I'm 30 yards from this thing. She just comes running up to me, you're too close to the goats. And she's 5 feet from me. I just turned to her. I'm like, are you not too close to the goats? It was people are, God, Karen.
Yeah,
Karen.
people are. I don't really enjoy people for the most part.
But that's my only experience with those things. And
Yeah.
it turned bad because of her. But
We have some big horned sheep on our property in South Dakota.
Seriously?
I've seen them out there. Yep.
those are either real expensive to buy the tag or
Yeah.
you just got to wait it out.
Yeah, you're 20 years of waiting.
Yeah. But I just think that'd be awesome. Ideally, or another one would be like a giant, like Kodiak or something with a bow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take the chance to do that? I probably would. As long as you have a good guide with you to kill it if he
Yeah.
comes after you.
Bears are.
That's on my my bucket list.
I gotta
It's
kill.
Kodiak.
I gotta kill a mountain lion in the next couple of years too.
Riley, he has a picture of
Green?
a big. No, my cousin Riley Reef. He's a football player.
Okay.
He has a big ranch up in South Dakota, and he wants to bring in dogs because he has a picture of this massive one on camera, and it's been hanging around his property for the last year or so.
Get them.
So yeah,
I've seen those hunts. I've been invited on a couple, but it never really kind of got talked about.
I let my neighbor in Montana run dogs out there, and the mule deer population is skyrocketed.
Really?
Those things are assassins.
Mule
They're
deer?
Huh? The cats.
The cats are. Gotcha.
I mean, they're killing a mule deer a week.
really.
That's what they say.
Did you know mountain lions are good to eat?
Oh, yeah. I've had it.
How does fucking everybody know this but me?
I don't know.
Really?
I didn't know.
Where'd you have it at?
Probably Montana. I think it was Montana like 5 or 6 years ago. My buddy who kills them.
Was it good to go?
It was great.
Really?
But they prepared it, did it right.
Did you eat the backstrap? Like what part
I have
of it
no
did
idea what part it was.
Really?
But it tasted like anything else.
Was it like a steak or a burger or?
It was like some soup he did, but it was in the soup.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you what it was, couldn't tell you what it was called, but
Mountain lion soup.
Yeah.
mountain lion soup.
Give it a go.
It was good.
What else you got going on? What's next? I know you got your album coming out on the 20th.
Yeah.
And you got Hall River. Everyone go download that. That song is epic.
We'll listen as soon as I get
Shows our age right there downloading.
Yeah. Or, what's it called
Make sure
now?
you buy it on iTunes. Go get the
That's
CD
like
at Walmart.
I buy all my music on iTunes.
Do you still?
Oh yeah. So you're looking.
Wait, you're buying music?
Yeah.
Why don't you just get like Spotify? It's like
What if you
$5 a
don't?
month.
What if you don't have service out there?
You can save it on your
Save it
phone.
and download it.
You can download it to your phone.
Well, I'm looking out for the musicians.
He's
I'm
taking
a
care
gentleman.
of us.
Right? I'm not
You're
a
the
Napster.
only
I'm not a
one.
Napster guy.
This will be the only album I've got because I left my label in 10 years that I own. So I'm real intrigued
That's
to see like
exciting.
what that looks like. I was golfing with Jelly Roll at Troubadour. And he was like, dude, your life is about to change.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you right now because streaming makes so much money now.
Yeah, you don't have to cut it up 100 different ways.
Yeah, it used to be like 85, 15,
Yep.
label had the 85.
Yep.
Now I've got 90.
That's amazing.
You play a lot of golf?
I started during COVID.
Yeah.
I go through phases. Like when
love
I'm
playing
golfing,
golf.
I'm obsessed with golf.
I
You
love
look
it.
at my Instagram Explorer page, it's just golf memes all day. And then right now it's fall, so it's hunting for me.
Yep.
I turn into whatever time of year that is.
Yep. Me too. I freaking love golf, though.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
I never understood, like before I golf, like why are my buddies going on all these golf trips? This is stupid. Why would you just golf for 3 days with your friends?
It's just drinking and hanging.
I took one trip in Missouri and I was like, oh,
Get it?
It's kind of like ice fishing.
not about the golf.
It's not about ice fishing at all.
It was so,
Bubba, we went up to Chicago for the Bears opener, and Bubba Watson he stopped by this week.
Nice.
A little bit.
You cool cat?
They're super cool.
Yeah. Nice.
I met him out at Troubadour
Yeah.
when the Live tournament was here. Great dude. I've met so many people out there. Have you been out there?
Yeah.
I played
Oh,
out
it's
there
just,
one time. It's freaking
Incredible.
awesome.
Yeah, you got the happy candy shacks.
With anything you want.
I just wish it wasn't so damn far.
Yeah, for me it's 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
it's perfect. I
I
love
mean,
it.
from Leapers,
About 15 minutes
It's
from my
forever
house.
from-
yeah,
Leapers.
it's all, but it's an awesome place. They did a hell of a job with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still going up. The
Oh,
clubhouse
yeah,
is
it's just
not
gonna
even
keep
done
going.
yet. The pool's gonna be there next year. I'm not golfing.
really?
Stop. I'm just gonna hang out and drink by the pool all day.
Right on. What else we got?
Well, we're finishing up with Dirks.
Yep.
That's been incredible. Dirks is one of my favorite people.
And then are you just shutting it down for the hunting season?
Yeah.
Well,
We accidentally wrote my next album.
Yeah.
So I think come December, January, me and Oscar are going to then record.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to drop another album as early as I can next year.
Love it.
Why not?
Hell
Just
yeah.
especially if I'm finally making the money off it. Let's just keep putting music out. And these days, like music, who knows what's working?
No.
It's not just radio driven anymore.
No.
Look at Zach Bryan. He's never had a song really on the radio and he's
Nope.
selling out stadiums.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just keep putting out music. And the Cowboys record was the start of where I'm at now in life. It's like, if you don't believe that, that's cool. I get it. Because it's so different than what I was doing, but I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's going to evolve into something even weirder probably. But that's what I'm focused on is getting through hunting season, recording another record and putting it out early next year and then go from there.
Good for you. You,
I'm gonna do the hunting season without the record thing.
yeah. You play any pickleball?
I've played a little bit.
We started playing pickleball, and I'm addicted.
Are you?
Yeah.
It is fun as shit.
It's just wild to me, a sport that you can play a 90-year-old man and he can smoke you.
I was playing last week, and there
Matt
was
told me about this.
there was a guy out there.
He called me and told me.
I mean, he was as tall as that camera. I mean,
Yeah.
bigger gentleman too. Could put the pickleball anywhere he wanted. I don't think he broke a sweat, and I don't think he took more than like 3 steps at a time. He would just stand there, and I mean, he knew where the ball was going. He could put it anywhere he wanted. Beat the piss out of people.
Dude, Golden Tate and Kid Rock were out at Troubadour
Kid Rock's I think he's got a pickleball court in his house.
in his house.
Yeah.
It's in his little barn.
Yeah.
And they got to talking and arguing about who's better at pickleball. And Golden went over to his place and they did a tournament. And I don't know who won.
One-on-one's a whole different animal. I like one-on-one better than doubles.
Really?
I mean, because you're in control and there's a lot more court you can mess with.
So this guy didn't really move?
He didn't. He
mean,
didn't have to move.
I blew out my damn shoe last Friday when we played.
He could paint the lines. He could do whatever he wanted with the ball. Put it wherever he wanted. And his serve was nasty. His hands were fast. I mean, he was
Just a pickleball ninja.
an
out there.
all-star. Yeah, he was a ninja.
Roger Federer of pickleball.
Yeah.
See, that's a wild thing to me that can happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
But yeah, I played a little bit. Dirks plays it on tour a lot.
You should come play with us at noon if you ever have it during the winter if you have a day off
Okay, where do you guys play?
over at his
West
place.
Haven.
Okay.
But appreciate you coming on, my
Dude,
man.
Thank you guys. This is
Yes,
easy.
sir.
Good luck. And like I said, if you run into some problems out there,
Yeah.
Yeah,
shoot
I'll
me
be out
text
there.
because
I'll be texting you either way during the fall just because I love
Perfect.
talking hunting and I want to see what you guys are killing. So.
and then you got to get up Kentucky too.
Yeah.
At some point because we'll be up there quite a bit. And
Okay.
I got too many damn shooters right now.
Can you get over the counter?
Oh, yeah,
up there?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll hit you up about that because
I'll send you some pictures.
I'll
when I
even
get
come
here.
kill doe because any practice I get with my bow,
We got to kill 30 to 40 this year. So
I would love to do that.
anytime you want, honestly, there's huge cabin up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've talked about it for years.
Yeah,
We just need to
and
do it.
Luke, my farm manager, he's always there, so he,
Okay.
he can put you on anything under the sun up there.
Hell yeah. I appreciate it, guys.
Well, good luck on the rest of your tour, and hopefully you kill a lot of shit this year during hunting
It's
season.
going to be a good year.
Yes, sir.
3 tags, 3 states. Last year that did not go well for me, but we'll figure
And
it out this year.
It'll turn.
I got you some cigars. Smoke cigars?
Oh yeah.